This is the Tigers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Detroit Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Is there anything better than playoff baseball extra innings edition when the Detroit Tigers pull it off? 3-2 final over the Seattle Mariners. Welcome into a live Locked On Tigers postcast. I am your host, Jake Rietma. You can follow me on Twitter at Jake_Rietma. And this is your post-game destination for playoff postcast. How about it? The Detroit Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the ALDS over the Seattle Mariners, and we are here to break it all down. How did it happen? Well, Kerry Carpenter with the big 2-run bomb, Zach McKinstry, the go-ahead hit in extra innings, and so many twists and turns in between that. And oh, by the way, the Tigers have Tarek Skubal going tomorrow. What a start to the ALDS. As always, thanks so much for making this your post-game destination, free and available wherever you get your podcast, and of course on YouTube as well. It's all part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team each and every day. Shout out to the everydayers. And oh yes, we'll have our biggest talking point, our turning point, and our player of the game on this live playoff edition of the Locked On Tigers post-game show. Thanks for staying up late. Get in on the comments section because we want to hear your voice heard as well. And if you stayed up as late as it took to see the Tigers come through, you deserve to have your comment read on our live post-game show. But let's begin where we always begin. Our biggest talking point as the Detroit Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the ALDS. How did it all go down?
This is what you'll be talking about.
This is playoff baseball, and I know that's the most simplistic, obvious, Captain Obvious, thank you, way to put it, but in no way is there an element of predictability in any part of tonight's game, in any part of the series. We should not expect that. I mean, you're talking about Keider Montero getting his first career save in the big leagues, coming in and pitching in the home half of the 11th inning against Cal Raleigh and Julio and everybody else. And I'm just watching this like, oh my gosh, Keider Montero is going to be the guy that gets the final out, and he gives up the one single. But my goodness, he gets the save, and the Kerry Carpenter home run. Just such an incredible plate approach from Carpenter, so that when the mistake is made by Kirby, he's there to jump on it. And that was so crucial, as after the conclusion of that inning, Kirby's out of the game and the Tigers get to the Mariners bullpen. Now, the Mariners bullpen really good tonight. The Tigers bullpen really good aside from Rafael Montero. None of us really had high expectations for Rafael Montero, and the fact that he was pitching in there, I think, kind of told you that it is all hands on deck. It's playoff baseball. But the Tigers take game number 1, and I know everybody was locked into each and every pitch, just like I was, because there's just the playoff baseball. It really does feel like a drug sometimes. And everything that this team went through, self-inflicted, make no mistake about it, self-inflicted that this team went through. Now all of a sudden it feels like that team has their aura back. They got their nest back. They got the gritty Tigerness back that they had in the first half of the MLB regular season. They had when they were the best team in the American League, and it's all hands on deck, everybody contributing in their own unique way. And Zach McKinstry is such a perfect example of that. Spencer Torkelson with the leadoff walk in the top of the 11th to get the rally going. And it just is so crucial when runs are hard to come by, to manufacture those runs when you get a leadoff walk, able to get Torkelson to second. And then it's baseball is a crazy game. The exit velo from McKinstry's single, I believe they said on the broadcast, it was in the 70s. I don't remember exactly what the exact number on the exit velo was, but a seeing iron ground ball, because make no mistake about it, I mean, as long as we're breaking this one down, the Tigers had their struggles. I mean, at that point, until McKinstry's single, they were 1 for 15 with men on base, 1 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, and it felt exactly like some of those games in the wild card round. But the Tigers get it done tonight. They take a 1-0 lead over the Seattle Mariners with a dramatic victory in extra innings. And oh, by the way, you got Tarek Skubal going tomorrow. All great stuff there. But how about the box score in this one more time? Troy Melton started this game for the Tigers. And of course, he made the one mistake, and that's that's going to happen if you sign up for what you could get from Troy Melton. The 4 innings, allowing 1 earned run. What do we always talk about? Giving your team a chance to win. And I think you could mark this down as a game he gave this Tigers team a chance to win. But the rest of the guys in that bullpen, oh my goodness, you can't say enough about the performance from some of these guys. Will Vest gets the win. 2 strong innings from Will Vest. Kyle Finnegan, an inning of scoreless ball. Tommy Kahnle contributes with an inning of a really impressive, other than really, he used his fastball as well. Had the 1 strikeout, and like I mentioned, Keider Montero is the guy that comes up with the save. Who would have expected that? Certainly not me. But comments piling up, and I appreciate it. I'm going to try and get to as many as I can. Here we go. Detroit Sports Talk says, let's go. We got Nick with the Tigers won again, and you got George and the Bananas saying, oh my goodness, the Tigers are playing again. My goodness. Vincent saying McKinstry 11th inning was clutch. Jason Walter, he's an everydayer, great win, but I'm tired, boss. I am too. I mean, you can see it in my eyes. It's been a busy Saturday. We had a Locked On Michigan Wolverines post-game show earlier today, at a 3-hour radio show. But when you got the adrenaline of a Tigers post-game victory, we can go all night. And yes, I'm going to set myself up for a "that's what she said" joke. There you go. A lot of complaints about the umpiring, and Andrew Slaw's the most recent comment I read with the comment there about the umpiring. It wasn't great. I'll say that. Demetrius McNeil chiming in. Now that today is Sunday, it's Tarek Skubal time. Tigers in 3. DJ, take us to bed. Yeah, there you go. And a lot of people saying, how am I supposed to sleep right now, Steven? I'm right there with you. I have no idea. The adrenaline is going to be at an all-time high. But yes, Kerry Carpenter, and obviously we'll talk about this more in our turning point, but he does own Kirby, George Kirby there, the pitcher for the Mariners. The impressive splits that Carpenter has against him, awesome stuff there. And I think this is a great way to describe it from George. Gutsy, it really was. And the pitching has been so crucial for the Tigers. The hitting, yes, again, it's concerning with if the Tigers don't find a way to win that game, which they did. I'm going to be the first to say it. We're talking about the inability to hit with men on base. And listen, it doesn't have to be a perfect game by any means. And it would help. The Tigers would make their lives easier if they could find a way to get some more clutch hits, of course. But getting the first victory so crucial. And I think my grandma says it best right here. Mary Jo Isaacson, thank you, Kerry and Z-Mac. Now Skubal, go Tigers. Got to continue to believe. My grandma called me and she said, you got to believe, Jake. And I'm with her. I got to believe. And sometimes I'm too negative, but I am believing. That's for sure. Oh man, I'm with Braylon right here. Braylon Dennis, thank goodness we won. I was stressing all night. I felt that way. Gary Myers said, what a game. My heart can't take it. Indeed, it is hard. You feel the heart beating so fast. But let's keep the momentum going. I know it's a late night on the Locked On Tigers post-game show, but fired up to be with you. We'll take one quick break and be back with our turning point and our player of the game. This episode of the Locked On Tigers postcast is brought to you by Prize Picks. Every day we make decisions, but on Prize Picks, being right can actually get you paid. Don't miss the excitement of this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Playing PrizePicks is such a fun, simple way to add more excitement to football. You just pick more or less on player projections and get in on the action. You can pick more on Josh Allen's passing yards or Saquon Barkley rushing for a touchdown, and bam, you're in the game. I love that PrizePicks just added stacks. So if you want to ride with a player, you can select their pass yards, rush yards, and touchdowns all in one lineup. It's so much fun to follow. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code LOCKEDONMLB to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code LOCKEDONMLB for $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It's good to be right. Today's episode of the Locked On Tigers Postcast is also brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season is here, and FanDuel has an offer you don't want to miss. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. You pick a bet, you put down $5, and if it hits, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. And I love that FanDuel app, especially when my picks play out just the way I design it to. Like that Monday Night Football game the Lions had, I had David Montgomery over his rushing yards, and bam, he delivered. You got to love it. It adds a little bit more sizzle to the viewing experience. I love riding the live action. Also can't go wrong with the same game parlay. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com to download the FanDuel app today and get started. Wow, still on an absolute high from that Tigers victory, and so happy to have you along on the live Locked On Tigers postcast. And wow, thanks for staying up late. It was all worth it as the Tigers beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2. It's a live post-game show, so after the game ends, hop on our live stream. We'll try not to have anybody walk in on our live stream and have to mute real quick, but I feel pretty confident about our ability to move on with the show regardless, especially after the Tigers beat the Seattle Mariners in such epic fashion. Z-Mac coming through with the RBI single, a seeing eye ground ball that finds its way through, and Spencer Torkelson comes home to score. Let's get into our biggest talking point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And of course, by talking point, I meant turning point. It's late, and that's sometimes what you get in the postseason Locked On Tigers postcast show. But hey, that was incredible. Coupled instances where this game turned. The Kerry Carpenter home run, obviously, that's a big one. Kerry Carpenter home run where the Tigers had no offense. They couldn't get, they were putting guys on, but just continued ineptitude with runners on and with runners in scoring position. But an easy way to solve that is to hit the ball out of the park like Kerry Carpenter did. But go back to the bottom half of the sixth inning where Montero was really struggling, obviously. But the way that inning played out is where this game turned, because the Mariners had the Tigers on the ropes. You make no mistake about it. With two on and nobody out after already tying the game, the Tigers were in a vulnerable position, but the soft ground ball to second base in the home half of the sixth inning, after Rodriguez had singled home Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh up to second, you've got two on with nobody out. Tyler Holton comes in and Naylor hits that ground ball. And Naylor obviously is not too fleet of foot to get down the line, but the play that is made by Javi Baez to deliver the tag and then throw over to first in time for the double play, Rodriguez running into that double play, was such an egregious base running mistake that the Tigers took advantage. And all of a sudden, what looks to be a rally that is sure to break the tie, and the Mariners are in such a great spot, and a 2-2 tie goes to 2 out with just 1 out or 1 on. Obviously, runner at third in Cal Raleigh, but Holton gets, I believe it was Polanco, then to line out to right, and the inning is over, and the game remains tied. That was such a turning point in this game, and then obviously the Z-Mac the Z-Mac RBI single in the 11th was just incredible. So that is where this game turned. But I've seen the comments about the Seattle Mariners team. We know they're one of the upper echelon teams in all of baseball for a reason. We know they got so hot down the stretch because they're just loaded. That lineup is incredible. It's going to be an uphill battle. Of course, this entire series is going to be a dogfight. Nobody is taking them lightly or taking them easy. It's just great to get game one in the win column for the Detroit Tigers and to go up 1-0 in the ALDS. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight at the late night edition of the Locked On Tigers postgame show. Tomorrow, Tigers and Mariners in game number 3. It's going to be another late one. You got Tarek Skubal on the bump for the Detroit Tigers, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And Luis Castillo will start for the Seattle Mariners. So we'll have our post-game show immediately following the conclusion of that one. Looking forward to it. More playoff baseball is always a great thing. And thanks so much for tuning in. And shout out to R1VJ4 who says thanks for the show. No, thank you. Thank you. This has been one of our biggest shows for live viewers. We got over 330 people watching right now, which is so cool. And hey, this is an awesome community. I really appreciate everybody chiming in and having their voice be heard. I tried to read as many comments as we could tonight, but I know Scott Bentley's Locked On Tigers will be awesome. Make sure you check out the Daily Show. Make sure you check out our Locked On Lions postgame show tomorrow, Lions Bengals. I guess that's technically today, but man, we've got so much positive momentum in the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, and it's an honor to bring you all the action on the Locked On Podcast Network. So have a wonderful rest of your night. It's late. Get some sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Another doubleheader. Locked On Lions postgame after Lions Bengals, and Locked On Tigers postgame after Tigers Mariners game number 2. You guys are the best. Shout out to the real ones. Appreciate everybody hopping on this live stream, and let's continue to keep it going. Go Tigers. Eat them up, Tigers. Eat them up. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow.